Hello, my name is Nell and I have things to say. Over the years since becoming disabled, I've applied for, waited for, and received multiple pieces of essential equipment or assistive technology. These are things like shower chairs, wheelchairs, adjustable beds that help bridge the gap between the functionality my body doesn't have and me being able to just do regular people things. And something I've noticed over the years is that people will often ask me if I'm excited about receiving this equipment. I'll be waiting for a new wheelchair and then I'll say, well, my wheelchair is going to be arriving next month. They say, oh, you must be so excited. Saying the same thing about shower chairs, about adjustable beds. You must be so excited. I'm not. I'm not excited about those things. I don't think I need to be. I don't think I should be expected to be. Because these things aren't special extras. These things aren't the same as going out to see a movie, going on a holiday, seeing a friend. Those things you get excited about because they're something out of the ordinary. They're a special gift. Me getting a shower chair that is safe is not a special gift. That's a necessity. And I think when you start expecting people to be excited to receive necessities, that's a dangerous place to be in. If there was a homeless person and you said, oh look, there's a shelter, you can stay there. Aren't you so excited? Aren't you so excited that there's a shelter for you? A family that's hungry and you give them a care package of food. Isn't that exciting that you got that food when you were starving? Having your basic needs met doesn't need to be exciting. It shouldn't be treated that way. Because that sets the bar for excitement so low. And it makes it appear that those things are special extras, rather than the meeting of basic needs. When I was getting a new shower chair, I wasn't excited about getting a new shower chair. I was relieved that I would finally have a shower chair that was safe. I was relieved that I was finally getting a shower chair that wasn't rusting in the wheels. I was relieved that I was getting a shower chair that had functioning brakes. Being safe in your shower does not warrant excitement. Do you get excited when you go and stand in your shower? Is that exciting? Do you think, man, I get to stand up in my shower and just get clean? Yippee! This is the greatest thing that has ever happened to me. It's not exciting. It's just normal. When I get my new bed and I could sit myself up and get out of bed myself, I wasn't excited. I was relieved that I could actually get out of bed without twisting my arms and putting my shoulder out. When I got my new wheelchair, I wasn't excited to have a new wheelchair. I was relieved that finally I would have a chair that caused me a little less pain. That maybe I would have less back spasms. That maybe I would be more comfortable in the chair that I'm in for 16 hours a day. I wasn't excited because these are basic needs being met. But the thing is, there has often been a bit of a tradition for expecting people with disabilities and physical limitations to be grateful. To be honest, any limitations, financial limitations. To be grateful for what you get. Where you are given the bare minimum and you need to be excited about that. But somebody who already has the bare minimum only needs to be excited about the big things. If you don't get food, somebody gives you food, you're expected to be excited. If somebody has food aplenty, they don't need to be excited anymore for food. They get to be excited at holidays. We shouldn't be expected to be excited when our basic needs are met. Because that gets to be a really, really toxic way of viewing things. I've had people tell me that when I complain about, oh, I could get into that restaurant, but they didn't have a toilet for me. Well, at least you could get in. Why can't you just be grateful for that? Why can't you be happy that you could get in the restaurant? Yeah, there was no place for you to pee or wash your hands, but you got in. Isn't that enough for you? Those same people will probably get annoyed at that same restaurant if the kitchen takes an extra 10 minutes on their meal. Their needs are already met. Their needs are always already met, so they don't need to waste their excitement on that. But I need to be grateful for being treated half like the rest of the patrons at that restaurant. If that person went into a restaurant and they didn't have a toilet, they would probably kick up a stink. But for me, the bar needs to be so low that I just take what I'm given and I'll be grateful. I don't need to just be excited about getting my basic needs met. Because that's the thing. The fact that my basic needs cost thousands of dollars does not mean that I just have to be super excited about it. I am grateful, I am relieved, I'm thankful, but I'm not excited. I'm not excited about being able to get from one room to another without pain. I'm not excited about being able to get out of bed without pain. I'm not excited about having a shower without fear of falling out of my chair. Those things don't bring excitement to me. They're just basic needs. And I think the longer we expect people to be excited about having basic needs met, then the more toxic it becomes, because then when that person asks for a little more, okay, my needs are met, maybe now I can have a want. No, you need to be excited about your needs. You don't have wants. Focus on your needs. But when your needs are met easily on a daily basis, then go ahead and have wants. Go ahead and have wants and then get annoyed when you don't get those wants. But when the bar is set so low for excitement, when the bar is set so that getting needs met is exciting, then we aren't allowed to have wants. We aren't allowed to have, okay, yes, that meets my needs, but I want something different. I want something more. No, wasn't that enough for you? Being able to function on a lesser level than the majority of people, wasn't that enough for you? Can't you just be excited for that? Why are you asking for more? It's just food for thought. Just munch on that. Let your noggin munch on that food for thought. I'm not excited about having my needs met. I think that should just be a pretty normal thing to want, to need. I don't want a new wheelchair. I need a new wheelchair. Not right now. Mine's good. I don't need to be excited about having my needs met. I don't know. That's all from this one. All right. Bless.